Hey everybody, Justin here again, church planting strategist for the Louisville Regional Baptist Association, and this is Church Planting Tuesday. Well, today I want to give you another part of our city, another area in our city where we believe that we need more churches. For the last couple of posts, I've been sharing with you our high priority areas. These are the parts of the Louisville area where we believe we need churches the most. And today I want to share with you what we call the Greater Highlands area and encourage you to pray for the Greater Highlands area. Now I'm going to pull up our Google map here, and this is a Google map that we have created at the association that has all of our churches plotted on it. You can find this map on our website, lrba.org, if you want to go and find it. And the Greater Highlands area, you're probably familiar with Highlands, probably been down there, went to a restaurant or two. There's some great places to eat in this part of town. Probably been to the Highlands, probably familiar with this area. The Greater Highlands, as we mark it out, we kind of begin with this where Broadway meets Baxter Avenue, and then we cut across this way down Logan Street. This here is Goss that turns into Poplar Level Road, and so we follow Poplar Level Road all the way down to 264. Then up 264 and around until it meets to 64, and then back up this way until we get to kind of the Payne Street area, kind of making a line from where Broadway and Baxter Avenue meets over to Interstate 64 here. This whole entire area we call the Greater Highlands area. Of course, it's made up of a lot of different neighborhoods, so you can see Germantown and Harristown and Tyler Park and Cherokee Triangle and Deer Park and Belknap and Hayfield, Dundee. Um, and over here's kind of Cherokee Seneca area. This is Bowman Field, probably places that you're familiar with. The interesting thing about the Highlands is that it's full of all these neighborhoods. Really, the original Highlands area is up this way. But we call this whole area the Highlands, and it's got all of these different neighborhoods, and all the neighborhoods are different. They have their own little flair, their own little personality. These neighborhoods have their own neighborhood associations, and the people who live in these little neighborhoods love it, man, and they love living there, and they are invested in the neighborhood. And so we really believe that because every single neighborhood is different, you could have a church. We need a church in all of these neighborhoods, a church that's really getting to know the people and being a part of the neighborhood and the area, and learning how to do ministry and make disciples and engage people with the gospel and minister and serve people who live in each of these little neighborhoods. And in this whole area here, there are about 38,462 people that live in this area. 38,000 and a half people that live in this part of town. And we currently have 5 LRBA churches in this area. This right here is Vine Street Baptist Church over here in the Germantown area. This right here is Deer Park Baptist Church in the Deer Park neighborhood. And then here we have 3 churches that meet right here. This is Bethany Baptist Church, and meeting in Bethany Baptist Church is also True Light Korean Church and Equa Church. Equa Church is an English-speaking African church. So we have 3 churches that meet right here in one location, the Bethany Baptist Church campus. And then we have 2 other churches that are scattered in other parts of the Highlands. Of course, as we have mentioned, we have churches in the surrounding areas. This right here is Sojourn Midtown here. And over here is East Audubon Baptist Church. Down here is Bashford Manor. So we certainly have churches in the surrounding areas. But in this area right here, we have 38,500 people who live here. We've got 5 churches that are in the area. 3 of those churches are meeting in the same spot. And we would love to see some more churches scattered about this area of the Greater Highlands. So, would you pray with me for this part of town? Would you pray for the residents who live here? Would you pray that God would give favor and open doors? Would you pray for the believers who live here, the Christians who live here? Would you pray that God would raise up church planters that would want to go and plant a church in one of these neighborhoods um, in the Highlands area? Will you pray for these churches that are already here doing ministry? Will you pray for sending churches that God would impress upon a church to want to pray for this part of town and maybe send a planter or an evangelistic team to start an evangelistic Bible study or do a ministry event in this area? And if you'd like more information about this part of town or any of the part of towns that I've talked about, and feel free to email me, justin@lrba.org, justin@lrba.org, and I'd be happy to talk with you more about what it looks like to plant churches in the Louisville region. So thank you. May the Lord bless you today.